Hey everyone, I'm back and today we're going to be talking about Anaconda from 2025. And this movie is currently on Netflix, and I was curious to check it out. Not for any particular good reason, I was just looking for a movie that was kind of short, and I was like, okay, let's go Anaconda. And I was pleasantly surprised by this movie. I wasn't in love with it by any means, but I didn't hate it either. There were parts of it that I didn't like for sure, but it wasn't a film where I walked away saying that was awful. It was a bit better than I was expecting, at the very least. And Jack Black, he was kind of annoying in the first however long of the movie, but once they start shooting the movie, that's when I felt as though the movie got a lot better. And I was like, okay, we're getting things moving along here, and I do like the approach to this movie. And it's not just a remake, it's also a film that is about the making of a film, but a movie is happening while that is happening, if that makes sense. It's a little meta in that regard, I guess. Kind of like The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent, which is from the same director as this movie. And I should also mention this about the movie is that this was my first Anaconda film that I've seen. I didn't see the other ones. There were also some fun ideas in this movie that I kind of enjoyed. I liked the motivation of making the film and the reveals that eventually come up because of that. The scene with Paul Rudd and the snake, it was kind of funny. I liked where that ended up. I had a good laugh. And the comedy, for the most part, didn't really work for me. It was just you're kind of pushing it, and it's not really for me. But eventually, the movie did get a little crazy and a bit more fun and over the top, where it was starting to become a bit more acceptable for me. Like, I wasn't hating it. And I wasn't really bored by this movie, aside from a couple moments, but I didn't really feel as though the movie was wasting a whole lot of time. Maybe it could have been 10 minutes shorter, but still enjoyable for what it is. And the ending to this movie was kind of funny. I'll give it that. And also, if I'm going to start talking about my issues, there were some terrible jump scares in this movie that I didn't really care for. And my biggest issue probably with this movie would be that the anaconda snake is barely in the movie. Like, you see it a little bit at the beginning, a little in the middle, and it's pretty much all in the third act. Like, most of the movie does not feature the snake. That's one of my biggest problems with this movie is that you see the title, Anaconda. You want to see a big snake because that's what this movie is. It's about a big anaconda snake, and it's not in the movie very much. And the CGI in this movie isn't really blended very well with the environment. And whenever I see the snake, I just look at it and think, that doesn't look like it's a part of the environment. It looks fake. And I'm pulled out of the experience because of that. And that's about all I have to say about Anaconda 2025. It was alright. I'll check out the original at some point. I'm kind of somewhat curious to see it. I know it's not supposedly a great movie, but people seem to like it, and some people consider it to be a guilty pleasure, so I'll check it out at some point. And I do kind of have a soft spot for 90s films. And we'll see how it is when I get to that. But this one, it's alright. I don't hate this. I didn't feel as though my time was wasted entirely. It was not as annoying as I thought it would be. It wasn't a chore to sit through. And for those reasons, I can say, yeah, I could recommend this movie to some people. It's not going to be a great movie. There's a lot about it that's not as good as it should be, but at the very least, you might get something out of it. I don't know if this is going to be a movie for people who are fans of the original or this franchise, but at the very least, I can say I didn't hate this one, and as a standalone film, it worked for what it was, and I got a good time out of it. So check this movie out if you're curious to watch something that's under 2 hours. And with all that being said, I'm going to give Anaconda 2025 a 5 out of 10. Thank you for watching my videos. As always, if you enjoyed this review, be sure to leave a like and comment down below what you thought of Anaconda 2025, and my social media links, they will all be in the description, so follow me there. And last but not least, subscribe to be a part of Foley Nation, and I'll see you when I get my next review up, and that is going to be for The Squid and the Whale. So look forward to that, but until I get that up, thank you for watching and have a great day.